What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about how I made $50,000 in 1 month with a YouTube channel of 2,500 subscribers. Here's the thing. YouTube is ideally one of the best free traffic sources you can develop. I mean, what you can do with YouTube is mind-blowing. So let me go ahead and kind of walk you through the story of how I made $50,000 in 1 month with a YouTube channel of 2,500 subscribers. Number one, wipe AdSense off the table. Let's talk about AdSense. I have never really put a lot of faith, time, and effort into AdSense. 2020 was the biggest year I had of AdSense. I did about 120,000. Had 2 monetized YouTube channels, but 120,000, right? Sounds like a lot of money, right? Same year, I made $3 million from my other programs. So 120,000, 3 million, 120. You kind of see where I'm going, right? Literally, I would make in half a month more money from my other programs than I did from YouTube AdSense. And this is the thing, everyone's trying to get 1,000 subscribers and they're trying to get 4,000 watch hours to get that YouTube monetization. I can tell you from personal experience that YouTube monetization is the lowest form of revenue that you can make from YouTube. It's the lowest form. So this is what I did. I had this YouTube channel called Disruptive Male, talking about male pathology, male behavior in all areas of life. Let me kind of give you the rundown. First thing was get your economics together. Now, the second thing was get your body together. Third thing was get your mental together. The fourth thing was date submissive women, right? So what I did, and it was a mistake, it's one of the reasons I made a lot of money, is I put in there methodology, how to get with women and how to turn women on to perform sexual relations. That was one of the biggest cores of the education, and it was blatant, it was explicit. Stripe, my payment processor, said we can't keep processing this, and I literally had to find a little sneaky way to do it. But I only had 2,500 subscribers, right? And I did $50,000 the first month. I remember the first week I did $25,000 the first week, and then the rest came in through the rest of the month. $25,000 in 1 week from a YouTube channel with 2,500 subscribers. I keep saying that because here's the thing. Everyone is trying to do YouTube with getting more views, getting more subscribers, and that right there, unless you have a really unique and compelling topic, which some people do, typically you're going to end up talking about trash and degrading people to keep that level of attention. Because to make that kind of money from AdSense, you will need to have millions and millions of views. Millions and millions of views. So if you can go ahead and start a YouTube channel where you teach and you train people in a specific methodology, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. So one of the things that you have to do is pick a topic. Once again, a topic. You cannot just, like, one of the things I do when I come across a new YouTuber, I always go to their videos and I always go to their oldest video because I'm curious to how they got started. And all of the time it was like I was doing this, then they found that one thing that hit, and then they dug into that, right? The way that I do this now is I brought Disruptive Male back. Disruptive Male's back, but it's different. It's very, very different. I know from personal experience that if I were to allow the sexual content as part of the new Disruptive Male, I already know what will happen. They would ignore the economics. They would ignore the going to your body and gym, working out. They ignore getting the meal together, and they go straight to the sexual politics, right? Can't do that, because the way that I've done it is now I have a program called the Aurora Prince program. You have to go through that program. Then you have to get your money straight. Then you have to start a business. Then you come on YouTube and we go through your program and you have to provide receipts. So there's no way that you could just literally get to that part of disruptive mail. And that's a graduation present. So for those people who go through this, and this is going to take some time. This is not something you can do in a week or 2 weeks. Think about it's going to take most folks a year to do this. Now, here's the cool thing about that. That year, they come out of that year, they're going to have money in the bank, money in their wallet, better credit, paid off car, and a business that's producing cash flow. So I think it's a great deal. But, you know, some people may disagree with me because they just want to get to the sexual stuff. But typically, if you create a YouTube channel that teaches a certain thing, you can make way more money than you would with AdSense. I am talking like Daryl Eves. Google Daryl. Well, go to YouTube, Daryl Eves. He's a friend of mine. Daryl Eves is a YouTube trainer. He's been on YouTube since like 2005. And I used to go to his event called Vid Summit. And I would meet him. And this is where I learned firsthand. Because like you, I was just like you guys. It was like all these YouTubers are making all this money. And I would talk to YouTubers and we start talking about money. And I always made 10 to 20 to 30 times more money than they did. And they had way more subscribers. Way more. So that just told me that AdSense is not the way to go if you want to make a lot of money on YouTube. You can make a lot of money with AdSense if you have a category that gets a lot of views. That's possible. I'm not going to say it's not possible, but what I'm saying is with Disruptive Mail, I was putting up 3 videos a week. I was spending maybe 10 hours a week on that channel. So 40 hours for the month, and I made $50,000. That's not bad money. It's not bad money. And then also had another channel going on that was making about 150. So, you know, it was nice. It was really nice. But the thing is, you've got to pick a category. Number one of the things I recommend is for you to pick a category, create a new Gmail account, create a brand new YouTube account, then subscribe to everyone in that category so you would know what's going on in your niche. Because once you do that, things get to be very, very different. You literally, my first digital product, I actually made money from YouTube, started the channel August, September, October. The book was ready. October, start selling the book October. I made money from my own digital product within 3 months coming to YouTube. And this was and back then they didn't just monetize your channel. What they would do was send you a link and monetize a video. Then a few weeks later, you get to monetize your whole channel. But I was making money from YouTube before I was YouTube monetized. And that's one of the things you could do. Cause like literally, I have a course called Intellectual Property School that will teach you how to actually do this, because this is something I'm doing. Like literally, I've got a bunch of channels right now. I have Hustlers Kung Fu Live, Hustlers Kung Fu Black and White. I have Hustlers Kung Fu Wealth and Development. I have Hustlers Kung Fu Savage Money. I have Disruptive Mail, and I have this channel. So I have 6 YouTube channels. And one of them is in the process of being monetized. But literally, last night, I sold 6 programs at $1,500. That's $9,000 in 3 hours. I can tell you the average YouTuber is not making $9,000 a month. Not the average YouTuber. And I did that in 1 day. So one of the things that you guys have got to understand is you have to change your mindset about YouTube and how to use YouTube. Because everybody wants to be a big YouTuber, have everyone knows who they and live that YouTube life. But here's something else too. You heard of a show called Seinfeld, right? Is that show still currently airing, or did it go off the air? It went off the air. And this was a beloved show. A lot of people liked the show. What I'm telling you is a lot of these YouTubers, also, just if you've been around a while, go back and what happened to all those early YouTubers? they're all gone. So even if you can get to be a hit on YouTube, it's not going to be that long. Whereas a business, I've been making money with businesses since 2000. It's 2025, so that's 25 years. I've been making money with businesses. And I'm not talking about little money either. I'm talking about enough money to go pay cash for a brand new Porsche, order it straight up from the factory, and when it comes in, pay cash for it. So if you want to make a lot of money on YouTube, stop thinking of YouTube monetization and think of something that you can teach, something that you can actually pour yourself into, and something that you actually like to do. Because there's a reason that I have so many YouTube channels. I like the stuff I do. I like the whole process. I like the work that I do. So if that's something that you really, really are into, you can make a ton of money on YouTube. A ton of money. A lot of money. Crazy amount of money on YouTube. And if you're interested, I have a program below called Intellectual Property School, and it will teach you how to do all this and a lot more. Currently, I'm running a special, $1,500 for the program, and the program goes from now until 1st of April.